it's a wrap.
All right. Hi, everybody. This is Kelly from Books and Kisses and Viviana from Enchantress of Books. And we are wrapping up our audiobook Lovin series for June, which was audiobook month. And if you missed it, shame on you. Go check out our blog. Somewhere on our page will be the list of all of our posts. We want to say a huge thank you to all of the authors, the narrators, the book publishers, the amazing audio publishers that made our first annual audiobook Lovin series a huge success. Honestly, we could not have done as well as we did without all of them. And we would like to definitely say a huge thank you to the authors for one, writing the books that we love so very much. To the narrators, thank you for putting forth your time, your effort, your amazing talent in creating these characters and bringing them to life. And making us fall in love with the book, and sometimes, in a lot of cases, fall in love with the book all over again. To the publishers, thank you for publishing the authors, obviously. Thank you for, in most cases, setting up the books to become audiobooks, because we have found out that authors don't have a lot of input. To the audio publishers, Audible, Brilliance, Tantor, thank you so much for everything that you guys did and helping us. Thank you for giving us clips. Thank you for hosting and participating in giveaways. Thank you for sharing us on social media. That is amazing. So, Viv, what did you learn in our audiobook Lovin month that you didn't know before we started this?
Well, one of the things that you mentioned is that I learned was how the process is different. You know, we always think that the authors would be part of the whole process, and learning that no, not so much. That the processes vary. Sometimes the author is extremely involved. As one of the narrators, Luke Daniel, said that the newer authors are more involved, but not so much in the more traditional publishing houses. The other thing that I learned is how similar authors are to the narrators, that the narrators have their own process in how they prepare and how they get ready for a book, or what they do to get prepared to do a narration of a book, and that they also have their cave. In this case, they're called the booth. So that's what those are at least the two things that I learned. And what about you? What did you learn?
I actually was really surprised that the authors aren't as involved as a lot of them have said. I would think with some of the authors, the pronunciations of characters, places are really important. The whole aspect of how the audiobooks happen, sometimes the authors just pick up the book or the narrators just pick up the book and start recording, whereas others will read it. To me, I would think that I would need to read the book so I would know what was going to happen, so I could be prepared. Because there's nothing worse than, I think that we had talked about that, you finding out that you're narrating we might have been with Luke too, narrating a book, and then find out 3 chapters in that he has an accent. So now you have to go back and redo those first 3 chapters. So that would be kind of something new that I didn't ever think about, but it makes total sense.
Yeah, or I would have thought that in today's age with technology that they're so accessible, the authors anyways, that it wouldn't be such a big deal to just say, hey, I'm your narrator, anything I should know, or do they have accents? I think the basic stuff. Do they have accents? Are they from a particular country? Age range, or just those little things to kind of know in advance.
Right.
And again, being in today's age where everybody has a Twitter account, or they're at least accessible, that it wouldn't be such a big deal. I mean, they're so accessible. Many of the authors nowadays are so reachable. I was glad to hear from Luke that he mentioned that they feel more comfortable, I think, now asking. But even in today's interview that I read with Donna, that one of the narrators that has never reached out to her, while one of her other ones has. So now they have to go back and edit. So I guess that's the other thing too. Technology allows you to go back and edit, but
right.
I would have thought it's easier to ask beforehand. But it was interesting. Anything else?
what was your favorite moment or part of the series? Like, what was your favorite thing that we did?
Well, besides hanging out with you.
Of course, of course. I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with us?
No, no, I think honestly, I think my favorite entire thing was being able to hang out with you. We hung out at RT in Texas, and we did a lot of hours of, in the lobby and in our room getting ready for this series, and it was awesome. We got to know each other significantly better. I think we've become the greatest of friends because of this series. So that's for sure one of the best things of this that I've taken from this. But the other thing I think has been the audio and video interviews that we've done with the narrators and during the author, because we got to actually do a live interview technically. I mean, it's video, so it's live or audio with them. As bloggers, we're constantly doing the paper interview where we provide them with the question and then we get the answers back and we're typing and everything, and we don't really have that interaction. So right. To be able to kind of have them on camera or on the, well, it was on camera, but it was with no picture, like with Iggy. But to have that interaction with them and to be able to interrupt each other and have the sarcastic little things back and forth and have that, fangirl moments where you're going, oh my God, we're talking, oh my God. And them being so cool about it. It was just so awesome. I think those were my favorite moments the entire time. You?
Yeah. Well, obviously hanging out with you has been amazing. I'm really glad that you did decide to go to RT after I begged and pleaded and pretty much threatened your life. I think other than doing this project with you and knowing that this project was kind of the first of its kind in everything that we talked to everybody about, which is pretty cool. Talking to Luke Daniels probably was like the highlight of my month because one, love his narrating, absolutely love it. Love that he has taken Kevin Hearn's Iron Druid Chronicles and opened a door to a genre that I probably would not have picked up and fell in love with and totally been pimping Kevin's work to everybody that I run across, because that genre so much more appealing to me than it has been in the past when I've tried to read traditional paperbacks. So, and of course, Dorinda, because you cannot have Dorinda on the blog and not be a little fangirl-ish, and she's just awesome. And I'm going to hold her to the whole, we're going to go to New Mexico and do the interview live at her new house.
We should so do that. Let's make a weekend out of it and just
we will
do it.
We will. We will.
Technically a verbal contract that we have because we have it on camera. So
right. So I think that we're planning on doing this again next year.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that we want to do ongoing. So.
Yeah. What do you think, or what do you hope that next year will bring that we didn't do this year?
I think for me, the key word is more. I think I would love to have more narrators, more authors. I want to definitely do more live audio and visual interviews. They were significantly work. I mean, they were work because we had to, timing and schedule and getting them done, but they were a blast. And I think, like you said, this is something that hasn't been done before, and I want to continue on that trend. And I'm actually going to be taking some classes on how to do video and audio interviewings without having to go through Google Hangout. And so we'll be able to do the editing as well and have it throughout the entire year. We're going to be, interviewing more authors and stuff like that. I also want to see about getting the audience more involved throughout the year. So we want to hear from you guys, our readers and our followers, to see what you guys want to hear and who do you want to have on the blog for the series. So keep an eye out because there's going to be more to come. And I also want to get our fellow bloggers involved. So, Kelly and I have been talking. We have a couple of ideas of how to get other bloggers involved, whether it's, through input or maybe some guest posts, or like I said, we're still brewing. because, you know, we're still new to all this and we have a couple of ideas. So I guess, again, the key word is just more and more and more to come.
I
You?
agree. I agree. I think that this year went pretty well. Obviously, there was a few little snags here and there. We should be able to learn. I'm hoping that everybody that was on the blog this year will want to be back next year. I agree with you. I think the videos are so much fun. I think that it gives the readers a little more glimpse into what our favorite authors or even our favorite narrators are doing. You know, maybe we got to hang out with Luke in his living room with his dog. You know, the baby.
Yeah, we got Iggy in the box. You know,
yeah.
Iggy in the box. That's the other thing. I still have to come up with that graphic.
Yeah. You know, so, and I do hope that our readers will get more involved this year. You know, I hope that they will tell us who they want to see, who they want to hear, what they want us to ask. You know, I think that it's just going to be better. I think we're planning a little bit farther ahead than just a couple months, but I think we did great. I loved it. It was so much fun. You know, so I would say thank you, everybody. You know, on behalf of myself and Viv, we want to say thank you for everybody's support, their help, their love. We hope that you will join us next year for audio book loving.
Wait.
What?
There's just so many books out there. Hold on.
Well, what? The month is over. It's done. Today's the end of the month.
I know, but there's just so many audiobooks out there.
Well, I know, but if we kept talking about audiobooks, we would be talking probably for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's true. So I
mean, really, we could go on and on and on. I mean, I just finished Wayward Pines on audiobook. Loved it. It's a TV series now. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Wayward Pines.
Yep.
What I know that Viviana, you were talking about, what was the Highlander series?
Yeah, the Highlander series by Karen Marie Moning, which is narrated by Phil Gigante, is phenomenal. I'm actually hearing right now. I'm listening to Night by Kristen Ashland, and I can't remember the name of the narrator, but the narrator's doing a fantastic job. And so it's just, again, yeah, you're right. We can go on and on. It's just, yeah.
You know, so honestly, you know what? At this point in time, why don't we open it up to our readers and tell them to tell us who they want to see. So comment below, tell us who you want to see featured in 2016, whether it be a specific narrator, whether it be a specific author, whether it be specific questions. You know, please let us know. Ask us questions about, do we know if certain authors will have their books turned into audiobooks? We have a lot of connections. We can find out. They may not have announced it yet, but I can tell you, I can probably find out just about anything.
We're very resourceful.
Very resourceful. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing too is we want to have a lot of these authors come back next year. We don't want to ask them the exact same questions. And so if they're new, we can ask them some of the same questions, but I'm sure you guys, as our readers and our you know, our followers, will have a bunch of different questions that you guys want to know. So let us know what you want to know. So just in the comments, in our blogs, just
down there.
Down there. Just tell us what you want to know. We'll start to, you know, keeping track of the questions. Like I said, throughout the rest of the year, when you're following our blogs or our Facebook pages, we're going to be probably having either a Google form that's going to have a, you know, little thing about audiobook loving for 2016. And, you know, those are going to be other opportunities for you to, you know, chime in. But so just right now, let us know who your favorite narrators are, you know, or what authors you're listening to.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. So I think until next year, thank you again for supporting us and joining us for our first annual audio book lovin' series. And we'll see you in 2016.
Yeah, totally. Right now, also, by the way, the giveaway is still going on for a couple more days. So please check us out. Because I never end a giveaway on the last day of any event. I always give you guys a couple more days to catch up because I'm nice like that. So visit both of our websites on the events page. You guys can actually catch up on the entire month's post. Just click on the link. It'll send you straight to the link, to the post of the day. Catch up on those. Some of the authors had their own giveaways. Some of those giveaways are still live. I think like Donna's is still going on right now. There's a few other ones that are going on. I can't remember right now. It's late.
Last week.
Yep. And so there's a couple more that are still out for a couple more days, including
Yeah.
ours. We did not list, by the way, what our giveaways includes because there's just way too many items. We are bloggers. We have been going to events. Yeah, just way too many cool stuff. So again,
we have some cool stuff for you guys coming in our giveaways. So again, make sure you enter down there.
Yep.
And if you want to find the whole series, it's up there under the audio Book Lovin Series. Just click on that up there. If you're getting lost on the blog, it's right up there on the top. You can't miss it.
Yeah, it's a nice little widget there. So thank you guys again for being with us for the entire month. We have loved doing this, and we will see you next year.
Yes, thank you, you guys. Couldn't do it without you.
Bye.